Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Gemini for the month of September. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Gemini. Now I am using the Gilded Tarot, the Ethereal Visions Tarot, as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right, rapid fire. Get all the cards out here. And all right, Gemini, let's see what we have here. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. All right. We'll go ahead and take 3 of these Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. Gemini, energy on the bottom. You have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups can really ask you to maybe integrate some type of self-care practice into your life. Are you going too hard at work, you know? Or conversely, are you not going hard enough? It really depends, okay? It really depends on what situation you find yourself in here. I say that because the Queen of Cups, like, listen, self-care is extremely important, but we have to be able to like integrate self-care into our lives and also be productive. And so I feel like saying to you, are you like having a nice balance or a nice blend of taking care of yourself, but also like making sure that you're not falling behind or making sure that you're staying on top of your work? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here from the Queen of Cups. Now, this could also be somebody who's a trusted friend or ally, maybe a therapist as well, in your life. This is also the second most intuitive card in the tarot, and so this could simply be a message of intuition, asking you not to ignore what you're feeling or ignore the messages that you're kind of receiving from within. And so, yeah, definitely kind of, that's my initial vibe. Sorry for bumping the camera there, but let's go ahead and let's dive into this reading a little bit more here. So in the overall situation, you have the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is a card that comes forward heavily when you're dealing with colleagues, you know, your teammates, the people you work with on a day-to-day. 3 is a number of Trinity. You know, 3 involves other people. The 3 of Pentacles is also about reward and recognition for doing a good job or doing a quality job on something in your career. You can see the mallet symbolism and the anvil in the background. Mallets in tarot can talk about craftsmanship, artistry, and it can say that you have like a unique gift or a unique skill or a unique talent towards something in your life. So you definitely love to see the 3 of Pentacles. Excuse me, it can come forward when you get the 3 of Pentacles. Like, if you work for somebody, it may mean that you're getting recognized, that you're there's a spotlight kind of being put or cast on you at this time, especially because you have the Star and the 6 of Wands. Actually, now that I look at this, you definitely have a public image or a public spotlight or a public recognition type of energy that's coming forward here. So if you've been kind of feeling like you're in competition for a job raise, or you're in the running for a job raise, or, you know, if that's something that you've been thinking about, this could certainly be the case. If you're working on a project at work, it definitely looks favorable for this. You know what? I really feel like your relationships related to your work and your career situation seem to be looking up here for you. In the past, you have the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups here. So a little bit of hesitancy in the past that has immediately drawn my attention, or my attention is being drawn to this idea of some of you being hesitant towards something. 4 of Pentacles can talk about being hesitant with your money. The thing is, this person has pentacles, right? They're holding on to their money. They're afraid, though, that if they lose just one pentacle, that they'll never get it back. And so this can say that you are risk averse, which, you know, is not a bad thing, right? It's smart. It's good. It's smart to be sort of cautious at times. it's smart to not always be, let's say, gambling or rolling the dice, right? Obviously, the things that you already know that. But at the same time, being so risk averse that you don't try new things can also limit your potential for growth. And so I think that some of you here have been hesitant in the past. And I think that this is because of experiences, maybe challenging experiences that you've had in the past with this Six of Cups. Six of Cups refers to memories from the past, especially since we're talking about a career and financial situation. You may have had family issues around money. I say that because you have this Four of Wands here. Four of Wands can be a card of marriage, but it can, indicate family as well. You can see the family symbol on the card. And so it is possible that some of you are healing through generational, I'll say, traumas, maybe simply generational issues around finances, money, career. I definitely think that if there has been hesitancy in the past, it's because of that. It can be very hard to put your foot on the gas pedal when you've gone through financial trauma, or when you've seen money, come in and out rapidly and frequently. It can be very hard to break out of that cycle. And so that's something that's coming to mind here in a much more positive way. Some of you have been staying in the present moment here with the Six of Cups, and you've been connecting to your foundations in your achievements in your career life with the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups, as well as the Four of Pentacles. There's been some stability here in the past. So I'm kind of looking at two different timelines. Some of you, it might have been around hesitancy. Others of you have been spending time building stability. In the current situation, you have the Page of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. I do have to say, you have an extremely positive reading here. So one of the things that's immediately jumping out to me is this idea of you being publicly recognized for some hard work that you've been doing. The Six of Wands, this person is being cheered on, and you can see that they're kind of going through a victory procession. They have achieved a major victory. They're coming home from battle. And the card that comes before it is the Five of Wands, which is a battle. This person has won the battle, and they are now victorious. So this is a card of victory. You also here have this idea of, being in the spotlight with this card, but also because of the Three of Pentacles. In other illustrations of the Three of Pentacles, you'll see other people surrounding this person, kind of critiquing their work or giving them feedback. And so we have two cards here of you being in the spotlight. Okay, so I think some of you here are going to do very well on a presentation, if that's part of your work or the nature of your work. Some of you could be like even presenting at a conference, and you've been building courage here to speak in front of people. For many people have a fear of public speaking. It's like a very common fear, probably as common as the fear of flying. If I were to just guess, I don't know. But for many people, that is a common fear. And it's like, I think some of you are maybe putting yourself out there in some ways, or you've been forced to put yourself out there because of maybe you were invited. You do have this Page of Cups, which can be an invitation in your life. This is a career reading, so this is not about love, but the Page of Cups can talk about some sort of happy offer or happy invitation. And so it is possible that maybe some of you have been invited to speak, or some of you have been invited to do something, and this has required you to put yourself in front of people. On another level, I think that there's just some sort of like success or reward that's showing up here in the cards with the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. And yeah, I would say, whenever you're in that, when that sort of thing shows up in a reading, and I'm just feeling guided to say this right now, which is, it's okay to be successful. Like, I feel like some of you, maybe it would be wise to affirm that I deserve this. I deserve to be successful. This is something that I deserve in my life. This is something that I've brought into my life. And so, yeah, just something to consider. In the future, you have the Star, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords showing up here. So the Star, you do have this incredible, I've just been talking about this whole time, but you have this incredible diagonal here with the Six of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Star. For me, this is referring to like you being in the starlight, And a diagonal is a direction that you are headed, by the way, in this spread. But you being in the starlight, you being in front of people, a light being illuminated on you in some ways here. This is a social media card, so is the Six of Wands for me. And so it is possible that maybe some of you are getting out there on social media as well. You could also say that the star is about synchronicities in your life, like synchronicities within the universe. Consider that the stars are a part of the universe and so forth. And so, but by default, the star is all about wishes being granted to you in your life. The genie on the star card is also sitting in a pool of healing water or a river of healing water. And this can be about healing from challenges of the past. It can be about like your situation turning around. Also just generally hope and optimism. It's like my favorite card or my second favorite card in the tarot. The star for me is just all around really good vibes to get in any sort of reading. So you love to see the star. You have this Nine of Pentacles, which is a major energy of independence and specifically financial independence. This is your ability to stand on your own 2 feet and not need to rely or depend on other people. And that's one of the best kind of forms of fulfillment to have in one's life, to be truly financially independent. Maybe you're getting your own apartment, or you're buying your first car, or you're doing something like on your own here, or you've built up a business, or you've built up a social media following that now puts more money in your pocket, or something like this here. So you love to see that. And then you have a third 4 card. So I didn't realize that we have 3 4s. With the Four of Swords, which is also a card of healing, rest, and recovery. There are 2 major messages of healing here, with the Star and the Four of Swords showing up in the future. So yeah, I mean, listen, for some of you, there's this timeline in the past where you've been dealing with like family issues around money. And I definitely feel like the future could bring about some really nice healing for you in those areas. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these 3 oracle cards here. Okay. So you have journey, toil and labor, and despair. So the truth is that I feel like for some of you, there's been a bit of a challenging journey for you in your work life. Some of you have seen yourself kind of move between jobs. You can see the not hiring sign in the upper left corner there. And this person's like in a period of despair. Some of you have been working too hard for not enough, is what I feel like saying. And there's this new kind of journey, or there's this new perspective that you're acquiring. I want to see what this card is, concern. Yeah, there's rumination. Some of you have been trying to figure it out career-wise. Oops, bumped the camera again. And yeah, I definitely feel like for some of you, there could be a healing type of energy here coming in for you with the Four of Swords and the Star. Now that's showing up in the future, so who knows how long that will be, but let's go and start to clarify. If you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have Death, 5 of Pentacles, the Sun, Knight of Swords, 10 of Cups, and the Star again. Amazing. So, wow. Here's the thing. Some of you have a serious situation here where you're feeling down or less than towards yourself when it comes to money. With the 5 of Pentacles, concern, toil, labor, despair. This is tied to some sort of past life situation or situation that happened in your childhood. It could be either or, that you are really looking to heal through. There's an immense amount of healing available to you here in the future with the Star twice, the Four of Swords, and the Sun. And we also have the 9 of Pentacles. That's an immense amount of healing available to you coming in the future. And with the 9 of Pentacles there, this could really see you figuring out what financial independence looks like for you. And I think that this is really bringing you a healthy dose of healing. The Sun is, for me, the best omen to find in a tarot card, in a tarot reading. It is a card, in this case, it's about pure happiness and like unbridled joy. But in this case, I think it's about connecting to the truth and expressing yourself freely and feeling comfortable expressing yourself freely. And how that connects into your money situation. Death card and Knight of Swords, there was a transformation that happened in your life in the past that happened so quickly you could barely even have time to process it. Again, I get the sense that this is tied into resources, money for some of you, where it's been one thing after the other, but it seems like your situation's turning around here. You have the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is about family energy, but it's really about total joy and happiness. You have the two happiest cards to find in a tarot reading with the Ten of Cups and the Sun. So again, major message here of some healing on the horizon for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.